Do you still daydream? You see, I thought I did. In fact, I would have considered myself a daydreamer. But recently I came upon an article that said that we tend to daydream as children and slowly lose that ability as we become adults. This confused me. I often get lost in my thoughts. But it turns out that daydreaming is not quite the same as getting lost in your thoughts. You see, when children daydream, they often engage in fantasy behavior, which is purely enjoyable. They're not thinking about what they have to do, they're not planning activities, they're simply enjoying the moment. What you as an adult might begin to realize is that we just don't do that anymore. Even if we're thinking about something pleasurable, it might be something that we have to do at a later date. And sometimes when we think about something meaningful, it can be something relatively unpleasant. The question is, should we want to daydream? Should we want to engage in this type of thinking? Well, a recent study published in the journal Emotion thinks that there might be some benefits to the art of daydreaming. We need mental exercises to help mediate stress and anxiety and other modern issues that we deal with. Perhaps daydreaming could be a tool that we use to deal with anxiety and stress. The study did find that there seemed to be some benefit to daydreaming, but they had to be quite specific on what daydreaming was. When they first asked participants to engage in daydreaming or to engage in pleasurable thought, they found that many of the participants couldn't focus their mind on simply pleasurable activities. Their minds defaulted to something stressful. Moreover, when they asked the participants to think about something that was purely enjoyable, like eating ice cream, they found that the participants didn't gather much joy from it. So they changed tactic. They tried asking the participants to think about something that they found meaningful. The problem with this approach was that often meaningful things were in themselves stressful and could potentially be negative as well. So they asked the participants to think about something that was both pleasurable and meaningful to them. This is the combination that seemed to work and seemed to have positive results in the participants' mood. So thankfully, there does seem to be a little bit of a formula to this daydreaming. Importantly, we need to stress that this isn't planning. When we think about pleasurable activities that we have to do, that does actually invoke an anxiety response because we're preparing for an activity. This is more like living out a fantasy. So we're deliberately engaging in escapism purely of our own cognition to help deal with stress and anxiety. So if you were an excellent daydreamer as a kid, perhaps you can regain some of those skills and enjoy the benefits of a less anxious, less stressed lifestyle.